punch, you asshole.
Not too fun. That's the other way around, is it? Come on, reach. Reach for them ropes.
I hate you.
Come on, Pancakes. Get it. No. Say it. No. Say it.
No, I won't. No.
Say it.
I agree.
What? I can't hear you.
I agree.
What?
I'll agree this week for the show.
Damn it. Because I bought all of season 1.
This is gonna be a hell of a season. Oh God.
Let's go again.
It's time! It's the A-S-A-P Podcast! We're back!
Feels good to be back.
We're back!
Season 2.
Season 2?
We made it to Season 2.
We survived.
The network, they picked us up.
They picked us up. They drug us. They drug us through the mud and the muck.
Kicking and screaming.
Kicking and screaming.
To come back here for the 4.2 billion people that watch us on Roku channel 6969.
Mark Zuckerberg, you can't keep us down, you piece of shit.
Zucky, my boy.
Fuck you, Facebook.
You can't keep us down. Yeah, Facebook has not been kind to us, but
it hasn't.
We've made adjustments. We launched the ASAP podcasts.com website.
Guys, make sure you guys go there. Take a look at our brand new website. It is absolutely out of this world. It's crazy how big we're getting.
It's cool to have a website. You know, they can find all of Season 1 right there. They can find some Origin stuff. Eventually, we're going to have some of that merch stuff the kids like to sell.
Oh, guys, if you guys like wearing things with my face on it.
Or sticking stuff with our logo to stuff.
T-shirts.
Like stickers.
Stickers to put on.
We'll have those sooner than you
think.
Nipples. Pasties.
Pasties. Oh, there you go. Right. As long as you lick one side and you slap it on onto the nip.
I don't think you have to lick pasties.
No.
You don't.
Really? Perhaps we'll have a young working what do they call themselves? Dancers. Call into the show. I mean, write in, email into the show, and let us know if they lick their pasties.
That's kind of weird. Anyway, just in case you guys don't remember, and we get so into this production that we always forget to introduce ourselves. Obviously, if you don't remember, I'm the Amazing Pancakes.
And they call me a lot of things, but you can call me the Beard Villain, Johnny Malloy.
I call him a dick.
Whatever makes the money. Whatever keeps those 4.2 billion people on the edge of their seats.
And of course, we have our executive producer, Boo Boo,
who's taking a nap.
She's such a lazy little bitch.
Putting the work in. And then we have Little Monster Binky.
Binky.
Doing some stuff.
Yeah. I'm here.
Yeah, you're here.
You know, doing all the other stuff, like organizing, putting the show in order.
You're here. You're queer, and it's not that. It's not bad.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we're back. We finished up last year. We did 10 episodes and
10 amazing
episodes and 3 specials, 2 holiday specials, and of course the Speaking Out Movement special.
Yep. And I gotta tell you, 2020 was a bitch. 2020 was an absolute bitch. Thank God we're in 2021, but you know, we got a brand new president.
Our glorious concubine, Sir Joe Biden.
Mr. Joe Biden. I have hairy legs. Play with the hair.
We're in January. It's the new year. COVID is still in full swing, of course.
It sucks balls.
We got a vaccine now, so.
Oh, thank God. But who knows about that? I mean, nothing. I've seen I Am Legend 1.5 million times. It all started with a fucking vaccine. Whatever you do,
Yes.
Watch I Am Legend before you take that vaccine.
I agree with you, but I also
Will Smith told us all the truth.
That was a book.
Okay, he added
Will Smith wrote that book?
No,
That's insane.
No, before.
Okay.
And the dog?
Okay, 3 things now. Number 1, Will Smith cannot read or write.
Damn.
Number 2, please do not compare yourself to Will Smith because at least he does not have diabetes.
Damn.
And then the 3rd one, of course, is if your life was I Am Legend, you would have ate the dog.
I would have eat the dog. I definitely would have.
He had food.
Why the fuck?
He had food.
Sorry.
It didn't matter if he had food. He still would have ate the dog.
Why the fuck are you feeding that dog human food when there is literally one person in that whole fucking city?
Yeah, you need compassion, man.
I understand, but that's my turkey sandwich.
Think of Will Smith as you, and think of the dog as his right hand.
I would eat Will Smith. That is all.
And as executive producer Boo Boo farted herself awake and ran out of the room, hopefully in shame.
She seriously went.
Yeah,
and walked away.
So we're back for the new year. There are some new changes to our podcast. The ASAP podcast, of course, has that snazzy new intro video.
I gotta tell you, that was an amazing video. It highlights our friendship, friend.
And the crazy adventures that,
Cause that's what friends are for good times and bad times.
I don't know what he's
I'll
singing.
be on your side. Come on, you never heard that song?
What is it?
Lionel Richie.
I don't know who it is.
Really, you know, that's what friends are for.
Oh, he did the Purple Rain song, right?
No, that was Prince, you ass.
Beat it.
Michael Jackson.
Nicole Richie's father.
Little Monster Binky.
See, I knew the whole time.
There you go.
We got the snazzy new intro video, which I think is cool. And then you guys probably saw how Pancakes had to pay for the green this time. That's something else
You
new.
busted my fucking shoulder, you dick.
Well, wrestling is very real.
It's very real.
It's very real.
Real.
It's real. It's
Believe
damn
the
real.
hype, asshole.
And now our guest, Kurt Angle. No.
It's true.
He's going to sit right
Really
here.
high budget this year.
Right here. Kurt's going to sit here, and we're just all going to sit here without moving our necks.
Nobody move
For
your
the
neck.
whole podcast.
Everybody, if you have to turn to the left, you have to move your entire upper body to the left.
Well, so we've changed some stuff. You also have, of course, we have a video here and a nice little green screen playing images of Kurt Angle's triumphs at the Olympics.
I'm still. Fuck you, dude.
Hey, he won with a broken freaking neck.
Broken freaking neck.
So Kurt Angle, he's great. But, so we also have changed our weekly segment. We're going to call it The Grass is Green, or The Grass is Greener.
Grass is greener.
The Grass is Greener.
Obviously, we know that our Weed of the Week segment had given us a whole lot of bullcrap.
You know, we just changed the name of the segment, and then you said
I had to let
the name
people
of the
know
old segment.
exactly what it was.
So
Now
now
we
this
gotta bleep
episode has to... Yeah, I gotta bleep it, so Zuckerberg
The
doesn't
one-
get this.
The one small time I say it, I'm pretty sure.
You know how much of the green stuff Zuckerberg's probably enjoying, but he'll censor it on Facebook because Joe Biden.
Anyway,
I voted
with
for it.
that
No,
being said, I think it's time.
Wait, no. That's the difference, Pancakes. We don't jump to the grass is greener because there's another brand new segment here. Before we get into the 3 topics that we don't know are coming with a 10-minute time limit, and of course the grass is greener, we have to go and look and see what came in the fan mail.
Oh, what do we got first? Little Monster Binky, what do we have first with the fan mail?
We've got 2, I know that. We got 2 that we wanted to do on the air. Well, give me one, and I'll do mine, and he'll do his.
We're going to do 2 pieces
All
of
right,
fan
why
mail per
don't
episode.
you do the anonymous one?
I have anonymous.
All right.
This could be positive.
Oh,
And it could be.
it better be positive.
No, that would make it worse.
And-
Yeah.
Season 2, you already
Pancakes,
starting nasty.
You get George from Central Iceland.
George from Central Iceland.
Oh, well, he seems like a nice boy. I'll go first, okay?
All right, you go first.
Fan mail from an anonymous place and an anonymous email. They literally...
They wanted to be anonymous.
Yeah, they were anonymous on everything.
They really wanted you to know exactly where they are.
ASAPpodcast.com. Go down and submit your question for the fan mail.
Don't be
You might
afraid
get
to
next
ask any
episode.
questions.
That's
All right.
podcasts with an S at the end.
And then, of course,
Yes.
any submissions you do online get printed into one of these snazzy envelopes we wrote on before the show, and then we put it on this snazzy notepad. All right, fan mail. This is our first fan mail. Oh, okay. Very simple question.
What's it say?
Even though you are both professional wrestlers, do you still consider yourself fans?
Thank you very much for your question, Mr. Anonymous.
Not fans that rotate and cool people off in the
We'll
summer.
make sure we'll find you in that dark alley some way soon.
Do we still consider ourselves fans?
Do we still consider... of course, you know, I gotta say, of course we do. Because if not for nothing, if it wasn't for us being fans, we wouldn't be where we are right now. We wouldn't want to go to school to go be a trained professional.
Yes.
We wouldn't have wanted to go ahead and pursue higher aspirations in this business.
Yes, exactly.
You know,
I agree.
If we weren't fans, then this business wouldn't have workers. This business would have faded out a million and a half years ago.
Yeah, and just on our level, like I think it comes down to this, and I guess this is the best two-part examples. If we weren't fans, if we weren't fanboys, if we weren't let's use it, marks. To some extent, would we drive the hundreds of miles and hours and hours and hours?
Hell no.
Hot dogs and handshakes.
Hell no.
Sometimes would we wrestle positive wrestlers in our fire departments?
No.
With huge risks to our health and safety,
Yeah.
just to get the booking out of the way, entertain the people. No, we're huge fans.
No, of course we're huge fans.
The biggest fans.
As I said, if we weren't fans, you wouldn't have this podcast.
Yeah.
That's how crazy of a fan we are, is that we would put our professionalism aside to bring you a podcast that brings you
more wrestling
content,
love.
and more wrestling love.
And everybody knows, me and the wife, big fans. I went on the Jericho cruise twice, and I didn't go as a wrestler.
I didn't go to
We are going on the third one.
Although, if we're handing out AEW dark matches, you know, I know a guy who can do really well and then get on the crew for free. Oh, a couple guys. Yeah. Joey Silver.
Yeah, Joey Silver.
Wow, that's who actually you were talking about?
Hello?
I thought you were talking about yourself. I was going to say Trigger.
Of course I was talking about Joey Silver.
And like,
why would I talk about myself? I'm not an egotistical piece of shit.
And that's why you don't get 4.2 billion viewers. They're just
This is all he does, folks! He only does this podcast!
I do. And I answer fan mail as I just did. So I hope that answers your question. We are both massive fans. Him, he's a bigger fan than me, and with each cheeseburger,
I'm also
he's getting bigger.
Exactly.
You're getting better, Tommy boy.
That waistband just gets
Tommy boy!
a little less tight. Anyway, we're going to move on to our next piece of fan mail. It is from George from Central Iceland.
George from Central Iceland.
George from Central Iceland.
I'm surprised he has a computer.
I'm surprised. I love...
No, Central Iceland's a fine place to jog through real fast.
Fine place indeed. Anyway, George from Central Iceland. You're asking, dear a Schmoke and a Pancake, my mom has a big problem with her keeping her floors clean.
Okay.
Unfortunately, she's tried everything. She's tried the Swiffer. She's tried mopping. She's tried telling people to take their shoes off. But the thing is, nothing is working. And it's just such an issue that they're having. What do we do? Like, what can they do? What can we do to help these people? Like,
now,
what exactly...
George seems like a respectful person, and we always try to be respectful. So I really feel like, George, if you're worried about your mother's floors, then there's only one option. George just
needs to wipe
your feet! Yeah!
Season 2!
Season 2, baby!
No!
And the podcast.
And the podcast.
And the podcast now, because Pancakes is what gets us censored.
Yes.
We're back to back on our bullshit. And we're here with fan mail, and that's it. That was the first fan mail, man. Let me show this off to the camera. Look at George's handwriting. George is... George...
Simple.
Did you take calligraphy when you were younger?
Simple, sweet, and to the point.
Simple, sweet, and to the point, just like George.
Guys,
George.
it's now that
Thanks,
time
Anonymous.
of the show. It's that time of the show, man.
It is that time of the show, and we'd also like to thank our sponsors for today, Knob Creek, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey.
Knob Creek, get your knob slob on.
Actually, that's funny. Hey, what was the slogan I came up with for Knob?
Suck on my knob.
Suck on my knob! Cheers, buddy. Season 2.
Season 2.
Salute
there, chops.
It's 100 proof.
Ho! 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 Ho!
That one's definitely gonna have some kick.
Ho! That ho was Schmoke!
And if you like Knob Creek, you can head on down to Bayshore Liquor, 44 Bayshore Road, where you can pick up Knob Creek and its varieties for $44.99.
$44.99.
There you go. I gave the shoot job.
Oh!
The maple Knob Creek is actually really good.
If you're
Delicious.
Canadian.
My insides are on fire!
Well, you know what they say. When your insides are on fire,
The grass is always greener! Woo! And you want to know something?
my favorite part of the show, honestly.
It is our favorite part of the
No,
show.
my favorite part of the show is making fun of people I don't like. I really like to vent on air. Like, people write in and they're like, thanks for those stay positive comments. And I'm like, you're welcome. I always try to.
We always try to stay positive because if we were ever negative...
If we're ever negative.
Well, if we were ever negative...
Actually, we're always negative.
We are always
Thank
negative.
God.
Thank God.
But making right choices, you know. But anyway, back to the grass.
Always positive. Here's to you, friend.
Here's to you. Thanks for keeping the show going, buddy.
Guys. I got nothing. Never mind.
Without viewers like you, we wouldn't have half the 4.2 billion views.
Again! It's not because of us, it's because of you!
And we're just following the AEW way, and we're just basically trying to become a t-shirt company. We just basically want to pump out merch.
Wow!
A t-shirt company that gives the Beard Villain dark matches. They're not really dark because they're on YouTube. So, the grass is greener. We're back for season 2. And now, you know the format. 3 topics.
10 minutes of time!
10 minutes a topic. This is how we do it at the ASAP podcast. Little Monster Binky, when you are ready. Topic number 1.
All right. Topic number 1. Talk about the importance of a referee.
Wow, that's a pretty cool fucking question.
Referees are not important. They should be ignored.
Wow. Wow.
No, let me finish it up. This is a real statement. Referees are not important. You should ignore them, just like the crowd and ring psychology. Just go out there and hit your shit and get the fuck out as quick as possible.
Yeah.
They're not paying you by the hour, bro. Yeah, I'm just fucking you. Referees are so important. It's crazy. And also pay attention to the crowd. Don't be Zach Vengeance.
You see, nothing, but a lot of people, damn, you're a fucked up individual. A lot of people, they look at a referee, and they'll judge him. They're the first fucking people that these people judge. They're gonna look at him and be like, fucking fresh meat. Fresh meat! Why? Because these referees sometimes do what they're supposed to be doing, and that's ref a fucking match.
Well, I know that my good buddy James McGrady is probably by now. He's pulled out the Jergens. He's put the tissue box down in front of him.
Yep.
He's told his mom, "Don't come in for a while," and he is fapping just relentlessly as he goes, "Come on, just put over refereeing.
Damn.
Mention me. Mention
Damn.
me.
Say my name before you
Say
his
Jumbo Man. I can't finish unless you say Jumbo Man." No, I think he watches. But anyway,
he's also the type to spooge in his hand and throw it at the wall.
Ew.
You're welcome.
that doesn't paint a good mental image for the kids.
That does not help with the whole COVID-19.
Yeah, ew. How do you get COVID? I'm cleaning semen off a wall.
Just try to create jobs, man.
To be serious, I definitely feel like referees are important, and I feel like of course there's tags and whatever, but referee is the third guy in there.
Exactly.
That's the third man in the match. You can't have the wrestling match without the referee.
And I think a lot of people who watch wrestling and who feel like they have a grasp on this business, they see these referees and they get mad at them because they get mad at them because they're doing their actual job is to actually ref a match.
Oh, like when the wrestlers don't get in the ring and they actually call a count out, even though that wasn't what was in the script.
Yep.
Or when they see a low blow that happens blatantly in front of them. So they call a DQ, but then the promoter's mad, so they choke the referee against the wall and throw him out the back door for doing the right thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's a nightmare.
Yeah, that's right. I was actually going to mention
It's a nightmare to deal with that kind of stuff.
That's a fucking nightmare.
That's a nightmare.
Nightmare.
Do you get what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Jeez. Dude, I am old school. I believe that referees should do exactly what they were trained to do. If you see
if
them
you're outside of the ring after the 10 count, your ass is disqualified, whether the storyline or your match that you plan out is fits it or not. Bottom line is, if you're a fucking referee, be a fucking referee. There's another thing, though, that I don't like that some referees do that, unfortunately, there's a lot of referees here on Long Island and in the New York area, and even the New Jersey area, they weren't trained properly. You have these referees that are walking around in jeans and white sneakers, and their shirts untucked, and I'm sorry, you're a referee, you are an official. You are an official.
Yes.
You are supposed to show that you are the official. You are the one that's running this match. This match ends when you say this match ends. You are literally the you have to put it like this. You are the even judge in that match. If you are in a courtroom and you're feuding against your best friend because he crashed your car down the block, and you bring it to a small claims court, you ask that judge to be your referee of that match. And to see who is right and who wins the match.
Horrible analogy, but yes, you're.
But do you understand what I'm saying?
I'll give it an analogy where like the people can understand.
I'm sure that they do.
If they're dead and they can't. When you watch the UFC, the referee in there is not only in charge of enforcing the rules and making sure it's conducted fairly, but they're also in charge of the fighter's safety.
Correct.
And the fan safety. And their own safety, just like a professional wrestling referee.
I feel like a lot of the referees nowadays, that if something was to seriously happen, none of them know what the fuck to do or how to take care of the situation. If I crack my fucking skull open in a match and I'm gushing out fucking blood and I'm fucking passing out and people are and the referee is looking at me like
Well, there's been instances of this recently. Off the top of my head, and I'm not criticizing one company individually, I am just giving you, off the top of my head, Sammy Guevara picks up a chair and launches it at Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy's busted. And, he
went through that table and knocked himself unconscious.
And then, in the next match, Matt Hardy knocks himself out, and the referee asks him, would you like to continue? And he says, yes, of course. It's up to the referee to step in and do what's right and make sure everyone's safe and the rules are followed.
You're the referee, again, you're the man that's supposed to keep everybody safe. You're the one that's supposed to keep timing, not necessarily just time of the match, but make sure that the match goes smoothly without getting himself so fucking involved.
Yes.
But at the same time, not that I want to see that referee so involved, I also want to see that referee get involved. I want to see him get involved in places where he's supposed to be involved. When I see a referee right now on the indies sitting there and the guy's choking him in the corner and all he's doing is just 1, 2, 3, get him out of the corner.
Yes.
4. No, I want you to fucking get yourself in there, get your hands dirty, and pull my ass apart.
Yes, absolutely agree, 100%. Now be
a referee.
There's referees on both sides of the spectrum. There are referees that do what I like to call hands in their pockets.
I hate
it. They're just sitting in the back, I
hate it.
They're in the ring. A hands in the pocket referee is in the ring, and they're going through the motions. They're counting the 5s. They're counting the 3s. They're backing out of the corner, but they have no energy. They have no authority. They're there as if they are spectating what they are doing. They are watching the match and they are watching themselves. That's a hands-in-pocket referee. Then there are referees that come out there and they want to make the match almost about themselves.
Yeah.
They want to, they're taking the third man in the ring too seriously.
Right.
They're bringing it to like, oh, I'm somebody. I'm a character too. So both, whether you are hands in your pockets where you don't want to touch the action at all, or it's about me, they're both just two detrimental sides of the spectrum.
if you wanted to be a wrestler, you should have been a wrestler. If
Yes.
you want to be a referee, you have to understand that there are certain things you can and cannot do in a match. And that's it. It's not about you. You're not the highlight of the match. You have to understand that. You have to come to terms with that. If you're the referee, I'm sorry. You stand in the corner with your hands folded until the match starts. You let the announcer announce and do his thing, and then once the bell rings, you call the ring bell, and that's when you start working. You know, and at the end of as I said, as long as you are active within the match during the times that you're supposed to be active, you should have no problem. But stop making yourself look like this is all about you, because your job is to get the characters over. You are helping them tell the story.
Okay, so I don't know how much time we have left, but there's some people listening that literally, besides the directly
2 minutes left.
Perfect.
Directly what they see, they have no idea what a referee does. So a referee's in there, keep our safety, but the referee's doing a million things. First off, the referee is usually relaying some information to you. Whether it is how much time you have left, or whether you're hurt, or someone else is hurt, or where they need you, or what camera, or a commercial break, or referees like McGrady. We talked about him earlier.
Right.
He's working in New Jersey right now for SWF.
Okay.
And he has to wear an earpiece for the first time in his career. So while he's reffing, he has someone through the earpiece telling him, okay, tell them they have this much time. We need you to move here. We need it to be sped up. We need it to be here. We need you to buy time. He's never had that before.
He's never had to do that before. Best of luck then.
He's doing great, man. He's like, what is he? He's making money there, and he's like 5 or 6 shows in with them. So
I'm glad that guys like him are actually getting work. He's a hard worker. He puts himself out there. And you know what? A lot of people give him a lot of shit because he does a lot of he goes to a lot of shows and people might call him a mark.
give him all the shit he wants, man. He's working for Full Face. He's working for SWA. He's working for NYWC. He's working for SWF.
He has busted his ass.
If he got his ass in the car, he'd probably work for Asylum.
Look at guys like DJ. DJ was
Dennis John before he was a douchebag.
Damn.
No, he was still a douchebag then.
No, but he was your senior official.
He was. And you know what's funny you say that? I don't think we have enough time, but there was a DJ ref story I wanted to tell.
Oh, man!
That was actually 2. There was a Balls Mahoney DJ ref story.
Oh, my
God.
God.
There was a Grim Reaper DJ ref story.
Oh, my God.
We're over the 10 minutes.
We're over the 10 minutes,
for next
guys.
time?
You know what?
Hey, guys, listen. ASAPpodcast.com. Head on over there and write in if you'd like to hear the DJ Balls Mahoney story or the DJ Grim Reaper Baby Oil story.
Fuck that. I'm going to put it to you like this. Ready?
Yeah.
If we get over 500 views within this next week, we will do a bonus topic.
Sure. I'll do it.
And I'm telling you right now, we will do a ref DJ story if we get 500 views on this
That's fair.
Season 1.
That's fair. This episode, 500 views. When it hits it, we'll do a bonus 20 minutes on Dennis John as a referee.
And if we hit over 2,000 views, Jerry will hit me with his car.
Oh, shit. I currently have a truck right now.
Oh,
so...
Oh, yeah.
Let's fucking kill him.
It's not even yours, is it?
It's not even mine.
Wow, so it's not really going to be laid to you at all. You can get away with it.
Yeah, I agree.
You can be a fucking murderer. You can murder somebody.
All right.
So let's get the views up. And also, let's do topic.
He's going to kill me.
Number.
All right, topic number 2.
I'm not going to say it, but...
So, the topic is Brimstone. Just 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes.
Okay. Pick up your shot there,
Brimstone.
Titties.
Why?
Pick up your shot there, Titties.
Why? Why does it have to be about Brimstone? Why do we have to talk about Brimstone?
These topics are at random.
Wait, you didn't know? You just said that without knowing? You didn't know that Brimstone is the one that came up with What About Me, What About Raven, and gave it to Raven to help him have a career?
That's not what you're going to talk about.
No.
We both know that's not what you're going to talk about.
Let's have some Knob Creek, which of course the slogan is, put my knob in your mouth.
Put my knob in your mouth. Knob slobbing all day. It's a knobber slobber, everybody. JR would be happy.
A knobber slobber.
Thank you, John. Thank you, JR.
You remember how in the 2000s Snoop Dogg put out a bunch of pornos? Do you know this?
No, I had no idea. This is actually new to me.
In the 2000s, Snoop Dogg put out a bunch of pornos where he would basically walk around the house and talk to you while a bunch of his boys, I assume, are just banging bitches in the background. Just plowing the shit. And Snoop Dogg would he'd be standing there like, my fourth album. And this is the guy getting his cock ridden in the background. It was fucking nuts. And
Wasn't it like Girls Gone Wild? That's like it was Girls Gone Wild.
It was so much worse.
No way.
It was straight porno actresses. It was straight porno.
You know, nothing.
It was called Doggy Style. Look it up. I've never seen it before, but I've heard.
Oh yes, I have. My brother had a copy of Doggy Style.
Wait,
I'm not even gonna lie.
I bet he did. Yeah,
he did. He was one horny.
Well, your brother's not horny. He's just a hip hop fanatic.
Damn.
Okay. When we talking about JR's sex tape, we got really off beat.
No, Brimstone.
Oh, Brimstone. He loves JR's sex tape. He actually got an autographed copy of Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style, but he got it from the cameraman.
I swear.
And it was very sticky. Brimstone. Does anyone know who Brimstone is?
Of course. I hate you.
Listen, if you guys haven't tried it yet, try the hotline 1-800-BRIMSTONE.
Wow.
Whatever the numbers are that spell Brimstone.
Don't listen to this asshole.
It's a hotline.
The last thing you want.
He pays for it weekly. It's been up for 27 years. It's the longest running hotline.
Yarn.
Since the ECW hotline or Call Mean Gene
or Miss Cleo.
How does it feel to be a liar? We're constantly on fire.
Miss Cleo.
Watch Cool Runnings.
Watch Cool Runnings.
We just watched a thing on Cool Runnings.
John Candy.
Wait, how much time? We got a mulligan. How much time have we wasted?
2.5 minutes. Keep
that's
going.
fine. Brimstone,
that's okay.
I can finish Brimstone in 7 minutes.
All right, listen. I'm gonna tell. Listen, both of us, and this is the one, folks.
Well, how do you know him?
Thing about.
How did you know?
I'm gonna get there. So
okay.
This is the wonderful thing about you and I.
You
and I are gonna have totally different opinions about different.
What are you talking about?
I know for a fact where
you know Brimstone created the New Day.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
What kind of fictitious bullshit are you pulling out of your ass right now?
To be completely honest, if you look up Beverly Hills Ninja, rewritten by Brimstone. Guy's crazy good. Guy's crazy nuts good. Okay, you tell you Brimstone, and I'll tell you how he got a drill named about him that he doesn't know it exists. You think he knows by now?
I think he knows. He's gotta know.
I think sometimes people...
Because I was calling them Brimstones in front of him.
Mike Magnum calls them Brimstones now, too.
I know!
I heard the poor...
He doesn't even like Brimstone.
I mean, the Bohemian Kid?
Brimstone doesn't like him either.
Well, then Mike's a good judge of character. Continue.
Damn.
Tell some Brimstone stories.
All right, listen.
He has a comic
book. Yeah, he does.
He has a comic book.
He does. He also has a podcast as well.
Does he really?
He does.
What a shocker.
Let's shout out the podcast.
What is it? It's... Some way Waterhounds, something like that. Look it up.
Oh, that's
not. I'm not looking it up.
She doesn't know how to use phone.
Fine. She doesn't know how to use a phone.
This is my boo-boo's
My
executive
phone is
producer.
set on a timer so that I can time for 10 minutes. Not for looking shit up.
Listen,
all right, let's talk about Brimstone.
In my day, when I first met Brimstone, I met him back when I actually
first got the job at the Chinese bathhouse.
Exactly. Yeah. I had actually left PWR for a short time and came back. When I came back the first time, I met Brimstone. Brimstone and I definitely clicked. I didn't know exactly his background at the time. I never knew who he was, at the time.
I get it.
But he was a cool guy.
You both like to go to Wendy's afterwards and, just go fucking ham on Baconator.
No, that was before the Baconator, my friend.
Oh, you guys would make Baconator.
We were before the Baconator.
We were like, no, 8 strips of bacon. No, 8 strips. Brimstone doesn't bump for less than 7 strips of bacon.
Damn.
I want a side of a cheeseburger.
I want a side, a liter cola.
That sounds like my afternoon. Anyway, so he...
I like how he drove up to Canada in between getting his ass beat at the sportatorium. He drove to fucking Montreal and picked up fucking a liter of cola.
Didn't get myself a liter of cola there, eh?
Hey, my Canadian fans are going to enjoy that pronunciation on my part.
Hey, man. Did you know I have fans in France? Anyway.
I don't believe you have fans, period. If you're a Pancake fan, write in and tell us your favorite Brimstone moment.
I swear to Christ. Anyway, let me.
It's 57
So,
minutes.
anyway, all right, sorry. So, me and Pancake.
Me and myself.
And
Both love Brimstone.
Me and myself and Brimstone. Sounds like a really bad fucking like.
Drew Carey was.
Drew Carey was that. Yeah,
Jim Carrey was excellent in that.
Jim Carrey, not Drew Carey.
Drew Carey.
Drew Carey has no career.
With Drew Carey as Brimstone.
Once you do game shows, your career.
Does that make
done.
Jim Carrey Pancakes?
Oh,
listen, if he can play the Grinch, I'll let him play Pancakes.
You know what? I'm going to recast this fictional movie. Brimstone is
Jim Carrey?
Drew Carey.
Drew Carey.
And instead of Jim Carrey, the only actor ballsy enough to pull off a proper portrayal of Pancakes, Christian Bale.
Yes!
He gains 280 pounds.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You know Brimstone taught
Just when
Christian
you
Bale how to
think
act?
he's giving you a compliment, he turns it right
Wait, no.
around and makes you
Tom
look like
Cruise
a
did all
guy.
the stunts.
Completely serious though. Did you know that when they filmed Batman Begins, Brimstone coordinated all the stunts? You know, we probably should have just pulled up his Wikipedia and
Shit, the cops are coming! Just
Damn.
ride the weed!
he second censor of the night.
Alright, beep it! Who cares?
Damn you, Zucker. You know, I lost my train of thought. You son of a bitch.
Just read the Wikipedia, guys.
We could just
Read his Wikipedia.
If you guys want, we'll do an hour-long episode on Brimstone where we just read the Wikipedia for one whole hour.
Listen, I
a
met
cold,
Brimstone when we were in BWR.
Dark day
We were in the Carnival of Destruction faction
at a carnival.
together. I had a feud with him. You can actually watch
had
a
a
match
feud.
of us on YouTube. Yes, there is a match of
No
me and
one's
him
gonna
on
look
YouTube.
that up.
Oh, you want to do a watch-along? Your match at Brimstone? How long is it?
It's like maybe 10 minutes.
Oh, that sucks. Like, any longer.
But it was actually a pretty good match.
I doubt it.
It was!
I doubt it.
It was!
I triple down on doubting it.
I actually enjoyed it. Nothing. I was the drizzling shits back then. And then you would know.
Still are.
I am. Look me.
Alright, 2 minutes. 2 minutes, Brimstone.
So
go.
you're a very big Brimstone guy. And listen, if Brimstone...
I'm a Brimstone guy because not for nothing, in all seriousness, he was one of the only freaking people, other than yourself, other than Mike Magnum, other than...
You 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
No, but listen, seriously. He was one of the only people who looked at me and said, I have something. He was there when I was trading. I was 18, 19 years old. 20 years old, sorry. When he turned to me and he said, I'm going to be honest with you. You have something that in this business, it's called the it factor. Hogan had it. Stone Cold had it. And now I understand as to why when they compared me and Magic as to being the Team 3D of PWR. I do have a charisma. I do have a way about myself that will capture a crowd and get them in there. And you know, not for nothing, if it wasn't for him giving me that incentive to be able to work a little harder at that time,
You wouldn't have pulled forward.
I wouldn't have pulled forward. I probably would have quit back then.
Hey, let me be the first person to say I applaud.
I probably would have stopped wrestling when PWR shut down, to be perfectly honest with you. If it wasn't for him, and I'm not going to sit and listen, I'm not sitting here, I will not bash him. I know that
He's
got
not
a lot
tooting
of
his
heat.
flesh flute.
Listen, I am not, listen, I'm not sitting here licking the guy's asshole. I'm speaking the facts. He gave me pure praise. When I had his match, when we had the match together, me and him at PWR, whether you want to call it a drizzling shit match or not, I thought it looked great. And I'm a pretty good judge of a match. I think everybody could agree.
Okay.
But
All right, we're hitting the 10 minutes right
Okay.
here.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go ahead and take it all. I apologize.
Listen, you are your gay father's son. You always take it. Listen, so I'll applaud.
My dad's actually an asshole.
Let me applaud Brimstone for sticking his dick in a bucket of cold water with ice and saying, "It's cold."
You're such an asshole.
Of course you had something, and of course you and Magic were a very good tag team. People still talk about you and Magic as a tag team. It comes up in conversations. That really shows that whether PWR is dead or whatever,
it shows that we made sort of an impact,
some kind of connection.
Yeah.
Now I understand that, and let me tell you something that's going to surprise you.
Go ahead.
Brimstone has. Sorry. That was
damn. You are the most classy.
No, I
would love to take you out to a fucking steak dinner.
Damn, I almost did something nice and I got cut off by birds. Brimstone has always been very nice to me. Never, ever, ever, ever been a dick to me in any way.
I'm gonna be honest. I was not expecting that.
So do you want to know what my problem with Brimstone is?
What?
Anyone can be nice to your face. It's about what they do behind your back. And let me surprise you again. Brimstone, to my knowledge, has never said anything negative about me behind my back.
No.
So what's my problem with him? Well, the debut of FTW Wrestling in Ronkonkoma. A young Johnny Malloy has just signed up for the school. He only signed up 3 days ago. So he's not on the show. He's not doing security. He's not doing anything. So he buys a ticket to support his new home promotion. And he sits front row. And do you know who sits second row? Brimstone and his boys. Now before the show, while I was hanging out with my trainer at the time, Big Jim Sullivan and Earl Cooter, Brimstone comes up to Earl Cooter and he tells Earl Cooter how he just went down to Impact Wrestling. And Impact Wrestling requested him. And Impact Wrestling wanted him there. And he's going to be debuting for Impact Wrestling any minute now. He asks Earl Cooter if he needs anything. Earl Cooter says, "I don't need you on the show, buddy." Says, "Thank you. Keep me in mind." Shakes his hand. "Thanks for having me." An hour later, Brimstone doesn't remember that I was the kid standing next to Earl Cooter when he said this. So Brimstone's sitting behind me for the whole show. And I get 3.5 hours of Brimstone shitting on Sabu, and shitting on Earl Cooter, and shitting on Len Oddity, and shitting on Big Jim Sullivan, and shitting on the attendants, and shitting on how he could have done better, and shitting on this, and shitting on that. And then at the end of the show, Brimstone walks up to Earl Cooter, who I'm standing next to again, and tells him what a great show he has and to keep him in mind. You know what? I don't remember any Brimstone TNA matches, do you?
No. I don't.
So you've never been a dick to me, and you weren't even a dick to a guy that me and Cooter aren't sending Christmas cards. But it showed that when you think no one's listening, you show the true you. And the true you is a guy that deserves to have a drill named after him at all the wrestling shows just to make fun of him.
Listen,
I get hooked on stupid stuff. I know.
Exactly. You also have to remember you look past being a fan. Even when you're sitting there watching a show.
Yeah.
You as a professional are looking at the show as a professional. And when you hear people like that, and I could totally get it. I totally get it. Somebody shitting on somebody else's house.
Yeah.
Totally get it.
Yeah.
But, again,
a house he wanted to be a part of.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So to turn that on and be like, "Oh, man, dude, you're the best. You're so good. Oh, man." And the person walks away and they're, "That guy's fucking shit. You see the way I work that guy?" Just the confidence, the arrogance, the lack of... And you know what? He introduced himself to me twice that night and still didn't remember who I was when he was talking shit in my ear. And Binky was there.
I was there for that,
So she heard all of it.
As I said, it's
two sides of the coin, man.
Two sides of the coin. You flip it tails, you flip it heads. It's going to be two different sides.
All right, guys. Are we ready for topic 3? Because we're over time.
Brimstone got way too much time.
Yeah, he got
Pancakes like, "He didn't get enough. He once gave me a handy J." No, Brimstone got way too much time.
Hey, you know what? I don't think he's had enough time with it.
He has his own comic book. He has a Wikipedia.
Yeah, but he's got a 6-pack in the comic book. And I'm like, go ahead. Listen, I love you.
Listen, I compared Chris.
But when you're sitting there with a six-pack... I'm sorry.
No, we're close.
Listen, when you got a six-pack in your comic book, and when you go ahead and you say, hey, I'm Brimstone, and you got a beer belly, and you eat a sliced pizza... Just being honest.
I will say this, though. He
I love him, though.
14-inch penis.
I haven't spoken to him in years, but, you know.
But that was also said behind your back.
Dude, I talked to him last week. we went out for tea and crumpets.
Tea and crumpets?
It's on his Wikipedia. It says, on January 15th, Johnny Malloy and Brimstone went out for tea and crumpets. It's right on his Wikipedia, right at the end.
Damn.
A fan, some user named...
Updated it 5 minutes later.
A fan named Brimstone Fan 69 updated it.
Brimstone Fan 69?
Yep, and when you click the bio, it says, not Brimstone, ! 69. Alright, Brimstone, man, I really just wish you had made better choices several times. I don't really have a thing for you. You know, it'd be cool if you gave me an autographed copy of your comic book. We'll put it on air. Anyway,
that would be pretty cool, actually.
Hey, listen, if this podcast gets 5,000 views, we will have Brimstone on.
5,000 views, folks! Where did go?
You guys are gonna totally eat your words if that happens.
Oh my god, he's gonna be sitting there and he's like, sorry guys, I don't partake. And we're gonna be like, oh, try this brownie. And then an hour later, like, you fucking idiot, we drugged you.
Damn!
Alright.
Just gonna send you over there to go man possum his ass.
Man possum, baby. Look back at episode 6.
Hashtag man possum.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry. Back on track.
Let's get to topic 3.
Topic 3! Bueller.
Okay, guys. Topic number 3. Talk about the feeling of winning a championship.
I got a feeling.
Whoa. Here we go. What was that again?
Wow.
Talk about the feeling of winning a championship.
You go first. I got a good one.
That's because I have many championships and you had 1.
I had 2, asshole.
2 in 45 years.
45 years. We're doing this again?
Pick your knob. 3.
Guys, it's time to take another shot.
As the slogan is, grease my knob.
As JR would say, it's a knob slobber.
It's a knobber.
It's a knobber slobber. It's a knobber knocker.
It's a knobber slobber?
It's a slobber knobber.
Listen, you want to know how Mike Magnum got on AEW?
Slobber knobber.
Check out the bonus.
You mean Magnum Mike?
Magnum Mike, the
Magnum
porn
Mike. Adult film star.
I can't believe they did that to him. I'm so annoyed for him.
You know what, though? I just saw Mike yesterday. And,
we're already off topic.
Haven't seen Brimstone, but you hang out with Mike Magnum. I see how it is. You saw him at church. You saw him at church. Yeah.
That Thursday church sermon.
You saw him at Jesus Camp, and you guys talked about
this one time at
Jesus Camp.
Jesus Camp, I saw the crucifix up
my wafer.
My wafer,
and I turned it into wine. All right.
Does anybody have any more of those?
This is definitely not a shoot on your Lord and Savior. Let's get back on track.
Hallelujah.
All right. Feeling of winning a championship. Go.
You know, so many people, and I think it's mostly, like idiots like Gobble Gobble or Knob Gobbler, whatever we call him. I've heard him say stuff like this, like
Turkey Supper. It was Turkey
Supper. He's like, winning a championship is just a prop, man. It's a prop. Fuck you. Listen, Hogan thinks it's a prop because he's been a millionaire for forever. It's not, it's a prop and it's not. To me, personally, whether I won the Rampage Open Challenge, or the Rampage Heavyweight, or the Rampage Heavyweight again, or the SWA Pride Champion, or the USW Florida Tag Team Champions, or the BWF Intercontinental Champion, or the Asylum Heavyweight Championship, or the Full Faith Wrestling Tag Team Championship. Whether it's any of those, I always looked at it as whoever's running the show, whoever's pulling the strings, Geppetto.
I like the way you put that.
Whoever's pulling the strings.
If you like Disney,
you'll like Johnny.
And you'll like Johnny Malloy's fucking commentary right now. Please listen in and believe in the magic. Think about.
Completely serious though. I look at it as
really tight green dress.
I don't want to.
Ew.
I look at it
You also
as...
won the EWA one.
I won the EWA Maryland Championship. I forgot about that. There's a lot of championships.
And there was some tag championship in Florida you won also.
I said that.
Okay.
My point is, most of my title runs are like 2 years long, so it's hard to remember them. Anyway, so... No, in all seriousness, completely serious, not fucking around with you, winning a championship, to me, whether it is a prop, whether it's predetermined, whether it's chosen or whatever, the person who's pulling the strings is saying, hey, you, Beard Villain, Johnny Malloy, you are the best person to hold this championship because I think you are going to make me the most money. You have a roster of 30, 40 people, and you think I'm going to make you the most money?
You know, enough.
Fuck yeah, that feels good.
Yeah.
That feels good.
You know what? I'm glad and I'm happy for you. You had the opportunity to win those championships and those belts. I, unfortunately...
You won 2.
I won 2.
2. It's like fucking 2 girls in your life. It's like, at least you did it, but
Yeah. I was the very first... And you know what? And I'm not a fucking asshole. You're a dick.
It's the knob talking.
You keep my virginity out of your mouth!
He's a flower.
I'm a
No, really,
flower.
he's been defiled by 4.2 billion men.
So precious.
Only men. He's going through the whole population of China.
Wow. I am the vaccine for coronavirus.
You're probably what started it. Integrity Farms.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, anyway.
The cool thing.
What the fuck are we talking about again? Championships!
Whether you've had dozens like me or you've had 2 like you, your career is far from over, and there's many more. And the cool thing about it is, different titles and different championships will mean more. So if you were Evolve champion, you were MLW champion, you were AEW Dark YouTube champion.
Yep.
That means so much more than being Bumblefuck champion. So you can win one big spot and erase everything I've done. So check out Pancakes on AEW Dark next Tuesday.
Wow. Don't.
I just want to false advertise.
Don't false advertise, people.
Look,
listen,
Mr. Khan, I'm getting you viewers.
That's pretty cool what you're saying, but don't hype people up.
Joining Max Caster and Anthony
Bowen.
Bowen.
It might actually happen. Make sure you tune in next Tuesday.
If you like rap, and you like black men, and you like the Acclaimed, and you like Max Caster and Anthony Bowens, then you'll love their new fat white friend Pancakes who breakdances in the background.
That sounds like an awesome
The reverse worm! The reverse worm! The whale!
The reverse worm!
You just learned about the whale today in training.
I have, yes. I am now going to be the proud owner of a special move called the reverse whale.
Suck it, Otis.
Suck it, Otis.
Fucking hard man, working yams.
Sky too hottie.
Scotty,
fuck you! I actually like him. He's actually a pretty cool dude. I've never met him, but I'm sure that I will one day.
You probably will. You're due for more belts, though, obviously.
I really hope so. I mean, if
not necessarily.
I'm gonna. Well, fuck yourself. Listen, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. You don't put the fucking strap on me, you're retarded. You are fucking dumb.
To be honest with you,
I'm gonna say it.
To be honest with you, I wanted to put the next belt. The next time SW has a belt, I want to put it on the person who I feel can dominate the most people, who could literally smash and decimate and almost kill most people. Watch me. I'm gonna put it on Cliff. I feel. Through the series of First Blood matches, he could kill more people. I mean, it's gonna take a while, but we'll get it done. He's gonna be my Brock Lesnar.
He's gonna be your Jared from Subway.
He's gonna be my Jared.
I swear to Christ, season 2 is probably gonna be our last season because of you.
Roku channel 6969 definitely gonna drop us. No, seriously, we're doing Spotify and iTunes and all that shit as long as they'll have us. So, I mean, Joe Rogan smokes weed on his podcast. So, I mean,
Hey, listen.
Joe Rogan can do it. Why can't we?
Why the hell can't we? Anyway, I think it's because we're fat and bald.
It's Joe Rogan's bald as fuck.
Yeah, but he works for UFC, so you really can't touch him.
Yeah, Joe. You know what? Something I've had that Joe Rogan's never had.
They own their own island.
No, it's not.
They don't own the
It's not owned by them.
Really?
Yeah, it's a deal. I'll talk about it out there.
Yeah.
But do you know what I have that Joe Rogan doesn't have? Besides a giant ass beard and penis.
What? Wow.
I have 4.2 billion followers.
This is all he does!
Suck on that, Rogan.
He only does this podcast!
Listen, JRE. The only experience I listen to is the Jim Cornette one.
Oh, damn!
I'm not
gonna lie. I've actually been listening to Jim Cornette.
He's batshit crazy.
He's batshit crazy.
He's so.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. He actually brings up some pretty good fucking points.
He does.
He does, but he says it in an offensive way.
He really does.
I definitely didn't like the way he talked about Sonny or Janela, but I definitely understand most of his points, and most of the AEW guys will tell you most of his points are valid. So, anyway, championships. You know what rhymes with Cornette? Championships. All
right, let me tell you a quick story. So,
wait, what's his topic?
It was
talk about the feeling of winning a championship.
What was the first championship I won? Think about that while he talks.
Okay, so let me explain this to you. I wrestled on a show.
The Florida one.
Second.
SWA.
Hey, cocksucker.
Sorry.
I'm right here.
All right, I'll talk about it.
And I'm actually talking to a legit cocksucker.
Listen.
Right here.
Binky
Don't
Boo.
talk about Boo Boo that way.
Binky Boo. Hey, guys, listen.
I didn't shut up when I called her a whore.
I didn't start this podcast to overshadow my less experienced, less famous companion, Pancake. I started this podcast to keep him from drowning himself in a hotel tub.
You're right. I basted my own juices.
Seriously, man. You do. Like a turkey.
I do, like a turkey.
And when you die, we're going to slice
I
it.
like a reverse whale.
You should have heard me last
You're
time.
like a reverse whale. We're trying to get Willie in the tank.
You should have heard me last time we were at the hotel. I called in yams just to pour some hot water on the top of my belly because I was starting to get a little cold.
And you can see those videos on her OnlyFans. All right, no. Not about Lexa Rose's OnlyFans.
Messy Footsie Productions.
What were you saying? Messy Footsie?
Messy Footsie.
We didn't even plug Scarecrow's t-shirts, which he gave me. I haven't opened the box yet. It's been 2 months. I haven't opened the bag yet. It's been 2 months.
Okay, it's all right.
He's a nice kid. He has a face.
Nice guy.
Continue. He's like Darby Allin, but not talented.
Anyway. What were we talking? Oh, yeah. So, my story.
Your story.
So, I had wrestled on a wonderful show. And actually, this was actually, believe it or not,
Ripley's.
Deb, this was actually my first main event. This is my very first main event show.
If you had to count up all the main events you've had, off the top of your head, how many main events have you had?
3.
That's cute.
Dick! I could have had more!
You could have, but unfortunately, Nightmare didn't sell enough tickets.
Wow! Wow! Dick!
I want to hear people say, "Oh, Johnny Malloy, that guy. Now that he's in AEW, now that he's in WWE. On his podcast, he was really safe, like Bruce Pritchard. He really took care of what he said. He didn't want to get in trouble. I say stuff that could get me canceled all the time.
Yes, not for nothing. We say a lot of things that could get us sued.
Absolutely.
I just don't think
just my blind
fucking balls or the money to do it.
It's just my blind faith in Jesus.
Hallelujah!
No, I mean the guy I met at 7-Eleven. He's waiting. Jesus. Sorry, I said it wrong. It's my blind faith in Jesus that tells me that things are going to be all right.
Every little thing
he knows how to
be all right.
I'm pretty sure Jesus is positive. Yeah. Anyway,
stay positive, folks.
Championships. Continue what you're saying.
All right, so
there was a point there.
My first main event was Full Faith Wrestling. Yeah. I'm gonna bring it.
I don't want to laugh at you.
Why would you laugh at me? That was a pretty cool moment for me.
Wait, didn't you do a main event tag match with us and
You are wrong.
Yeah.
As usual, on New York Independence, you are slighting SWA. Your first main event was not Full Faith Wrestling. Your first main event was SWA Reunion, right?
Yep.
It was
you, Trigger, and Yams versus me and Beard Life Reunion.
Oh!
Yeah, motherfucker!
Holy shit, you're right!
FWA gave you your first main event.
That's true!
Were part of his first main event.
No,
You know what? That's a thing, though.
Listen, I think we can all agree. I think we can all agree.
That's the thing that needs
I
to
give
stop.
SWA a hell of a lot of credit
And
for what
everybody else, from the MJFs to the Max Casters to the Evander James.
You were the very first.
I feel SWA deserves a little bit of credit because we took chances on guys. Like Tyler Murphy. Nobody would have took a chance on him, and rightfully so.
Mm-mm.
But we did.
He's a nice dude, but he's not really somebody that I would look at like...
But we gave him a chance. You know what I mean? We took chances on the Nightmares. We took chances on the B3s. And some of it didn't pay off. But then there are other guys like Max Caster, Mike Verna, Jack Gallo, Mike
James.
Magnum, Alexander James, Pancakes. There are some guys...
And listen, I'm not giving myself any credit just because I'm just giving myself credit.
Like it on Facebook.
The proof is in the fucking pudding. You can look at it on YouTube.
True, and you like put
ass. Listen, bottom line is, yes, and you're right. I'm going to retract what I say. I main evented a show at Full Faith Wrestling. I was able to face someone who I had watched grow in this business, who was really, really cool. He's a great kid. He played the character, Omen.
I like George.
Good dude.
Ooh, I'm sorry, George.
It's okay. It's okay. I don't think he'd be fine with it.
I don't think he's full time, but I don't want to give
George! Good dude. Good kid. I love him to death. I wish him all the best. I hope to see him soon.
Guys, if you hear any crackling, I'm having some mic problem. I'm trying to fix it now. Sorry.
No problem. Anyway, so I wrestled him for the very first time in the main event, and I believe it was his main event, first main event. And it was short and simple. It was a little more intimidation gimmick, which was fun.
I love the Omen gimmick.
It was to be the very first international champion.
Who won that match?
That feeling, let me tell you something. That feeling of being, I won that match. And to have that feeling of winning that championship and having that ability to have that sense of responsibility on my shoulder.
Right.
It just made me feel even more important. It made me feel more special.
And you were the right choice.
And you know what? I appreciate that.
That's the win that counts. The win that where every single person in the building, whether it's a fan or a wrestler, looks at the monitor or their own eyesight and says, "Hey, that guy unequivocally, undeniably, not comparably deserves it." That was your night.
Thank you. And not for nothing, everybody's probably sitting there listening right now saying, "Oh, well, he's just saying that because he's prime." Not for nothing.
No, I literally put him down constantly. He needs it.
I was gonna say when I think I'm up here, he fucking kicks me right off my soapbox. So if he's saying something like that, it actually fucking means something.
Yep.
So, but not for nothing. Anyway, I had my mother there. I had my father there, who's now an asshole.
Sabu.
Yeah.
God rest her soul.
Yep, thank you. I had my brothers there. I had my fiance and her family there, and I think that was actually I don't remember correctly.
It was a perfect moment for you.
It was a really a high moment. It was my very first singles title that I had won. And people can say it all they want. They could say whether it was just given to me because
Whoa! Stop right now! No, I'm not letting you finish.
Okay.
Cut that shit off.
Okay.
That's bullshit. First off, I don't want to hear that shit. I know.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm gonna put a little out on air that Mike probably doesn't want, but Mike has come to me several times to ask me the direction of Full Faith Wrestling.
Right.
And you know how when you give a promoter ideas, they 100% of the time don't use it?
Yeah.
Mike's about 50%. He listens to me about 50% of the time.
Damn.
I want you to know this, and you don't know this. Do you know whose idea was to put the what title was it? International title on you was? It was Mike Magnum. I had nothing to do with it. Mike literally came to me and he said, I think Pancakes is the best person to put this belt on. I think he'll make Full Faith the most money, and I can put the most money towards the charities with Pancakes as a champion. And I said, man, listen, in SWA, Pancakes has never lined up for a belt because we only had one belt. Mike, do what you feel is right. I didn't put you over.
Let me ask you a question.
I didn't put you over. I didn't lobby for you. And you're my friend. I didn't do anything. You were the champion because you were the best. And a Christian. That's why I can't be champion.
No, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, man, it's important for you to know. Because a lot of times we go through wrestling without knowing the little intricacies of what actually happens behind the curtain.
That's the truth. You know. And when I say things like, I should have been SWA Pride Champion, I mean them. I really do, because I should have been SWA Pride Champion. That's exactly what should have fucking happened. I'm kidding.
Well, let me ask you a question. On Champions, and now that we brought
Actually,
up...
I should not have been SWA
Exactly. Now we brought Pride Champions.
I believe...
Do you remember who the Pride Champions were?
Hold on. Before I answer that question, I'm going to say it to you like this.
You're behind on your green, by the way.
What?
You're very behind on your green.
I think this is...
You're very behind. I'm thinking you're a lightweight.
No, man. I'm enjoying this Knob Creek. This beautiful...
Oh, the knob is beating your ass.
The knob is beating my ass, but you know what? I'm getting back to the green. But I want to just say this, okay? For you not to put the title on me is probably the best thing you could have done. And I'm going to be honest. I know my role. I knew what my role was. My role was to make sure that jackass Nightmare, who is fucking paying to play, got a good fucking reaction when he came down to the ring so that he could get his money's worth. And that I was the one. I don't know what the fucking run. Sorry, Big Boo. I accidentally kicked Boo Boo in the ass. Sorry, baby. I was the one who you practically allowed to hold onto my coattails so that he could fucking get his over.
It's okay. You ready?
I know what my role was.
You ready? I'm going to go off for a little bit here, and this is going to be an elongated topic, but
we're way over, yeah.
That's okay.
Season 2, we're talking about season 2. What it takes to be a champion, and the first thing it takes to be a champion is a little bit extra.
Is that for me, by the way?
Not yet, but absolutely. Okay. Pancakes, Eric.
Indeed.
Listen to me. It's something you have to hear, and, you know, we don't necessarily have heart-to-hearts off air, because I hate emotion, and do not... The other day, you thanked me, and I literally joked about it.
Yep.
I can't do it. But on air, you know, for 4.2 billion people, I can. You were never champion in SWA. You were never going to be.
I figured.
But, at times... You drew more people than my champion.
I know. I fucking know.
But you have to understand something.
I know.
Just like Head Rush was the hot tag, Nightmare was the money.
That's the truth.
Without Nightmare...
At the end of the day, I didn't need your Pride title.
Without Nightmare, based on the gimmick, you might have squandered for years low mid-card. But with Nightmare, it gave a financial incentive to build Pancakes into the draw that Pancakes became.
That's true.
Now, when you look at SWA champions, I'm not even talking about me, I'm just talking about SWA champions. Who was the first Pride champion? Do you remember?
CJ Antonino.
And who drew more people than CJ Antonino?
Nobody. But me.
No, he... Dude,
At that time, he definitely was drawing more.
I'm not gonna lie. CJ, I wasn't around too long or too much before
CJ.
I went like CJ was a
But he was the king.
SWA.
And I was the ticket person back then before I did camera.
And CJ
I can tell you for sure,
was the king.
people were there to see
And
CJ.
do you know who was the next champion?
Who?
Nova Scotia.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Nova Scotia.
The only person that ever graduated the Johnny Malloy and more so Mike Magnum wrestling school.
And somewhat Pancakes.
Somewhat Pancakes.
Don't you
You were there for a little bit.
He
You were there for a
graduated.
I was an OG teacher.
He graduated. He was homegrown. The gimmick was there, and he won. And who picked it up? No, you're wrong. It wasn't Nova second.
No.
I don't know.
Originally it was supposed to be.
Yeah, that was right.
Johnny Malloy was number 2.
Yep.
And you want to know why Johnny Malloy was 2? Because it was a 3-person booking team.
And 2 out of 3
And 2
voted
out of
him
3
in.
voted to make me champion. And do you know who voted against it?
You.
Me. But you know who still went out and did it? Me. And then Nova, and then Mike. All the champions were the absolute top draws, or they could be built to a draw. That was the Pride title. The top guys. CJ Antonino was more popular than anybody. Nova Scotia was a gimmick everyone could like. He is a Canadian person who trained to wrestle in Mexico, who got a head injury and somehow mixed the French and Mexican and English language. It's so lovable.
Woo-wee, burrito! Hey!
And it was created before Sami Zayn. I mean, before El Generico.
El Generico.
Okay, so
I was actually watching a match of him not so long ago on YouTube.
it should be. He's very good.
Very freaking. I loved El Generico.
So we didn't...
Such a waste of fucking space with that fucking Sami.
Intercontinental Champion. He was great.
I think he would have made more. I think honestly, if WWE.
No, I'm a Sami Zayn guy,
We'll
so
say that
we'll save another time. But my point is about champions. Pancake was never in the running because there wasn't a tag team championship. If there was a tag team championship, the Pancake Nightmare would have won it.
Oh yeah,
the first night it was available.
I know exactly for a fact that if there was an SWA Tag Team Championships, we would have been the SWA
Yeah,
Tag Team
it was
Champions.
strictly my hatred for tag team wrestling, thanks to my former fat piece of shit partner.
I know.
Yeah. So you would have been champion. Okay. We have to flip this off. We have to finish this up.
Anyway,
And I want to say
recap.
this.
My favorite time of me being a champion is when I first won the Full Faith Wrestling International Championship.
Yeah, a company that got it right and put the belt to deservingly be on your waist.
Thank you very much. And if
And I'm not Christian. So I
and not
can't
for
be happy with
nothing, I'm
that.
going to be honest. If I was to put something on you, I will say Rampage Pro Wrestling definitely did the best fucking thing in there, and Jay's whole company is to put that championship on you.
I like the Open Challenge Championship more than I like the
Really?
Yeah, it just allowed me more freedom.
You see, a lot of people don't say that.
He brought it
because
around
they're-
everywhere.
Right.
It was
I could bring it to any
literally
company.
any company.
But okay, let me rephrase saying, everything Jay did was great. Jay didn't know me personally. I came in on a clean slate, and I feel when I come in on a clean slate, I screwed up. Okay, so this is what I'll say. I believe the Johnny Malloy character, the beard villain, works exponentially better as the leader of some stable like the Coalition and Asylum or the Champion. I feel it flounders on the low card or the mid card because you have the promos available to facilitate a main card feud. Now, this is not taking me as a person or anything. I just feel the gimmick itself does better in those situations. With that said,
It only works out
yes.
if the company is putting the right people in that faction.
If the company sits back and just goes objectively, what is drawing, what are people reacting to, I'm okay with that. Judge based on what people are reacting to. I'm pretty confident in that I'll win that exchange.
I'm not gonna lie. great combination that me and you and Binky had at Rampage was our faction. It was our 3-man group.
You know Six-Toe was in that too.
What do we
right?
call? What do we
Okay,
call
but
that?
but you know he wasn't there as a regular. I was. You know what I'm saying?
We had a name for it. What was
the
the
talent agency?
The talent agency. Yes. It was supposed to be Johnny Malloy was bringing in anyone he thought was talented to help him out. It's a cool stable.
And
shit happened. Some people couldn't make it.
I got fired.
You piece of
Rampage,
shit. Yeah.
Pro wrestling.
Yeah, and Jay loves you too. We just went out to dinner with him a week ago.
Yeah, not for nothing. We just went out. Not dinner. It was like a lunch, like a brunch. We had brunch with Jay Cortez.
Hey, some of us had breakfast and some of us had dinner.
I had a veggie burger. That wasn't that bad, but then after a while, I just kind of got like bored of it and I stopped eating it.
Do you know why people like turkey stuffer and gobble gobble and Cash is gay and all those people talk shit about this podcast? Because they have never, ever been out to lunch with a promoter who thought that they mattered and could be champion. And it's sad, and I think you guys should enroll in the SWA Wrestling Academy, even though it's dead.
Just give us money!
I'd say again, just because they didn't make it through the first time, but yeah.
I only have one graduate. Nova Scotia.
Yep.
If Junior Reyes had attended, he probably would have graduated, and RJ was very short, like 3 months short, but I don't have any graduates, so if they tell you they graduated from my school, they fucking did not. Mike Magnon will reiterate that.
Yepers.
What was the topic?
Feelings of winning a championship.
Okay,
we're done.
No. Because you want to stop it here, Binky?
We're drunk.
I mean, we're way over, so if you want to just keep going, I don't care.
Well, Pancakes have to talk about.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. Fucking season 2, episode 1. We were gonna go way past our time.
We got a website, bro. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on Spotify. We're on iTunes.
We're enjoying the greener side.
We're enjoying the greener side of the fence, and Knob Creek has done its job.
You guys getting their little knob slubs in.
We're not gonna tap out on you guys. We're gonna give you the full thing. So, you talked about winning the international title. I asked Binky what was my first title win. My first big one. She said Florida. Florida, I can sum up in 5 seconds. Do it. They paid me $300 to wrestle. They paid for my flight and 2 days of hotel, even though I was only wrestling 1 day. It was psychotic. I wrestled the New Euricans. One of the New Euricans sold me weed. The other one became my friend for life. And it was crazy and good. And it meant absolutely nothing to me. And then, 2 out of 3 bookers, me being one and me voting against it, voted me out of being the SWA Pride champion. And that was the first championship that meant anything. Because my peers had said, hey man, you're the best chance SWA has to draw a crowd. And I said, hey man, I'm out of shape. We have Grim Reaper, we have Jay Lover, we have Frankie Stars, we have Jack Gallo, we have... And I named them. And she was there.
Yeah, I was sitting in the booking meetings, and they both said, no, you need to be champion now.
And I said to them, people will hate me. People will say because I own the company, I put the belt on myself. And they said,
it doesn't matter. It's what needs to happen. It's what's right for the company. You have to do it, and we outvote you.
And I said, people will hate me. They'll hate me for being the champion. They'll hate me. They'll say I don't deserve it because I was the owner of the company, one of 3 owners, and I did it. And they said,
it doesn't matter. You have to do it. It's very important for the company. You have to do it.
So, in front of a sold-out crowd of 350 people at the Sportatorium,
holy cannoli,
I turned on my brother. My fake brother head rush and wrapped a chair around the skull, and I hit him as hard as I could.
Good.
And then I punched Tommy Coe in the face, and I went on to become good.
You probably could have hit him a little harder, but you know.
I could have. And I became champion. It was the first VPW had treated me well. Other indie companies treated me well, but the first company that strapped the rocket to me, and just happened to be my own, and it happened to be my not doing, none of my doing. And I said, no one will believe I didn't put the belt on myself. And they said, it doesn't matter what people believe. You need to take the belt or SWA is going to die. So I took it. And I ran with it. And all the shit came. People told me I put the belt on myself. I didn't deserve it. Blah, blah. So what I did was I dropped 170 pounds.
Damn. Worked on those buns and thighs.
Yeah. And I dropped the belt to Gangon, and who dropped the belt to the Grim Reaper, one of the best wrestlers ever in the Northeast independent scene.
I watched a match between you and Reaper.
Yeah.
That was pretty insane.
Grim Reaper was the first guy to tell me that, you know, hey buddy, you deserve to do something in this business.
Right.
And so it meant a lot. And the Astaway Pride Championship, even though it was my own company, it was saying that, listen, if we don't make money, we die. Because that's the point we're at. And I think you, Johnny Malloy, Jerry Werner, Beard Villain, whatever, can make money. And, dude, how the fuck could I say no? But it's a gimmick. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not necessarily the work rate.
Right.
And I've spent the last year in COVID, in the pause, killing myself.
Yeah, you have.
To make the work rate keep up with the expectations.
Yep. You've done a hell of a lot more than me. That's for damn sure.
Hey, listen, man. You know for a fact, history repeating itself, I'm the MC Hammer. If I get on footing, even if it's unshaky, I'm going to pull those motherfuckers up with me. Listen, when I'm on AEW Dark, who do I want to job to me? Listen, MC Hammer. If I'm on AEW Dark, I have one motherfucker I want jobbing for me, and that's you.
I'm a jobber.
Yeah, job to my shit.
Alright, we're way over, we're done.
Yeah, we're way over.
Let's wrap it up. We gotta get going.
Where are we at? Where are we at? This was
one topic.
This was just... Damn,
the three topics combined turned out to an...
That's our Captain Planet! Anyway.
With your topics combined, we are an hour and 8 minutes.
Alright, so, are we ready for topic 3?
This is
that
topic
was
3.
Topic 3.
Oh, wow, I didn't realize
You
that.
fucking cunt. This is why Rob Terry got the TNA book over here.
No, folks.
No, dude, seriously, being a champion is so important because whether you believe the business is a complete work or you believe it is an act of real life, it means someone, somewhere, believes in you more than anything in the world. Believes in you enough to put their wallet on the line.
He's so drunk!
100%, baby. Knob Creek.
Guys, with that being said, that was topic 3. I think we're about to put a fucking bow on this one there, Bubba.
Oh, what's it at? An hour and 10 minutes on a total topic? That's crazy. I think
Okay. Alright, guys.
really rapid.
This guy's fucking cool. This has been ASAP Podcast.
I'm not going to let him drive home.
On ASAP
You're not going to let me drive home.
With an S.
Can you do me a favor? Can you name off our topics for tonight, please?
Alright.
Name the 3 topics, bitch.
Alright. So,
Bitch.
we had
Bitch.
All right, stop.
Bitch.
The importance of
Bitch.
I'm done. You're done.
Okay, no, seriously. Ooh.
The importance.
Bitch.
All right.
No, I'm serious. I'm really serious now. I'm serious now. Oh!
I didn't push anything. I'm going to unplug your fucking microphone.
No, seriously, on Mike Magnum's life, I agree I won't interrupt you.
Alright. The importance of a referee
Okay.
was topic 1. Topic 2 was Brimstone.
Oh,
Topic
boy.
3 was talk about the feelings of winning a championship.
And
Crazy.
I think honestly that topic just went so long because he went on a fucking trip and a half. I bet you went on a trip and a half.
I just tried to make it as long as my dong, which is 17 minutes.
He is so drunk, folks.
It's 100 proof Knob Creek.
No, say it. Don't you fucking say it. We're trying to gain sponsors here.
Alright.
We don't need your bullshit.
Sponsor us, My Pillow.
Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Twitter podcast.asap, Instagram ASCP podcast, Facebook
We'll
ASCP
put it
podcast.
all on the green screen.
Thank you for tuning in to season 2, episode 1.
Thanks, Taylor.
We're gonna have so much more fun this coming season. Tune into episode 2. We're gonna start doing more like a once a month type of show where you're gonna have us all year.
You get
Can we
full...
turn the mics off?
No, never.
No!
I'm sneezing.
And we please.
Never.
This off.
Never. This is all
We are
on
done.
the podcast.
We
you
are
piece
done.
of shit.
The podcast is over.
It's never over.
We closed it out.
Never.